The Godot community is truly remarkable, and here I bring you a good example of it. From incredibly detailed environments, fascinating towns with a dark atmosphere, immersive virtual reality experiences, addictive and funny games with novel mechanics, and much more. If you want to see the best of the best that the Godot users have created recently, stay with me and let's discover the top 8 awesome creations developed by the community using the Godot game engine. This magnificent medieval night scene was crafted by Francesco Piacenti, a professional artist expert in 3D environment creation. Initially developed for Unreal Engine, Francesco decided to port it to Godot following the dramatic events that impacted Unity in September of this year. An amazing example of the level of detail that Godot can achieve to create these kinds of incredible environments. Drawing inspiration from games such as Diablo, Skyrim and Resident Evil 4, artist Markie has designed a medieval village with a dark and moody atmosphere, ideal for role-playing games or games with dark aesthetics. Also, the music and sound effects for this world were also crafted by him. Undoubtedly, the level of immersion that this artist has achieved with this creation is something to be praised. After realizing that very few games offer support for HOTAS controllers, which is basically a type of controller intended for aviation games and similar, Miles Andy Thatch has decided to create his own game specially designed for lovers of this type of controllers. And to do this, he has taken advantage of the virtual reality capabilities that Godot has to offer. The title he is developing is temporarily called Sublunaris, and will be a narrative game that takes inspiration from games like Subnautica to offer an immersive experience specially designed to all users that possess a HOTAS controller. I'm always fascinated by these kinds of projects due to the unique experiences they can provide. Picture yourself as a friendly ball strolling down the street when suddenly you have an overwhelming desire to obliterate everything in your path. Matey Nenoff from Undead Swarm Games presents us with the opportunity to become this destructive ball. However, be careful, to demolish larger structures you must first level up by destroying smaller items, gradually enabling you to tackle increasingly larger targets. Don't tell me you're not dying to get your hands on this game to satisfy the desire for destruction that every human carries inside. Now let's move on to something more relaxed. The user Eve3D has seen fit to create this nice and pleasant secret garden in Godot 4.2. When I watch this video, I feel like being in this heavenly place and taking a nap in the shade of some tree. By the way, if you want to see more about this artist or the rest of the artists that I show in this video, you have the relevant links in the video description. In this footage, our colleagues at Fanny Studios demonstrate their process of creating a whirlwind effect in Godot for that forthcoming game, Runa and the Chaikurú legacy, from its modeling in Blender to its import into Godot. To learn more about this game and understand the techniques employed by this studio in developing their next title, I suggest following them on social media, where they are notably active. User Underdog decided to take a little break from his work on his upcoming parkour game and unwind by adding this model of this female character in Godot. There aren't many demos available for this type of thing, and yet in this case we can see how this developer has been able to create this beautiful recreation. Additionally, if the first-person control mechanism in his game catches your interest, you're in luck, as this user has made this controller available as an open source project. It's definitely worth following his work. Does what's displayed on your screen remind you of games like Ragnarok Online? Because that's exactly the vibe that developer MAYTCH is aiming for, seeking to recapture the nostalgia associated with city-centric games like Ocarina of Time, World of Warcraft and others. The goal is to craft a lively environment featuring day-night cycles, NPCs with their own routines and more. We're eagerly anticipating the chance to immerse ourselves in this world soon. That wraps up our showcase of the community's top creations. Many thanks to all the developers and artists who have given me permission to show their fantastic creations. If you want to see more cool stuff about Godot, check out the video that you see suggested on your screen. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're interested in this kind of content and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video all the way through. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Goodbye.